When discussing data security and transmission, there are three different states of data that we need to consider. The first one is data at rest. Data at rest is not being accessed and is being stored on a physical medium, such as documents being stored on a flash drive or records in a database. The best way to keep this data secure would be to encrypt the data, basically making it unusable without the proper decryption keys. This could take the form of a full disk, a file level, or a database encryption. The second state to consider would be data in transit, and this is basically data traveling from one point to another. This can be done through email or text or through work applications such as Slack. When data is being transferred from one point to another, email encryption is important. Also using data leak prevention tools, which detect if confidential information is being sent outside of an organization, or also using cloud access security brokers, which detects if a user tries to download data without meeting security policies and then would block that data download, sorry. And the final state of data to consider would be the data in use. And this is when data is being actively accessed by a user. Securing that data generally happens before the user has access to it. And this can be done through using identity management tools, making sure that the user is who they say they are, using something like a two-factor authentication system, and also using role-based access control tools, making sure that the user has met the proper criteria to view the information. As data moves from one form to another, strategies for keeping that data secure obviously change. Since data at rest is going to be vulnerable when a storage device like a laptop or flash drive are stolen, keeping the files encrypted are the best way to keep that user information secure. And when the data does need to be sent or in transit, security needs change. Using data leak prevention tools prevents users from sending data outside of an organization to outside sources, whether that's intentionally or by accident. And then when the data is finally being used, it becomes the most vulnerable. That's when the identity management tools come into play. Features such as that two-factor authentication helps make sure that the intended user is the one using that data.